1/29/2026. We're going to look for some props today from every single NBA game. Let's start out with the Milwaukee versus Washington. We're going to look at Chris Middleton 3-pointers made. His prop is 0.5 3-pointers made. As you can see, the average line is minus 230 to go over, under plus 168. As you can see, in his last 5 games, he's hit at least 1-3, but I do see a nice positive EV play over here, and we are chasing EV plays over here on Profit X, plus 174. Everywhere else, it's pretty heavy favorite to go under. So we're going to take that plus 174. If I was betting on this line, I would probably take that. And I'm not saying I'm betting on this bet. Not sure at all, but this is one of the ones that I see. We like the Profit X positive EV play over here, and we're chasing EVs. I'm mainly only betting positive EVs whenever I can when it comes to player props. So we like the Profit X plus 174 for Chris Middleton to go under 0.5 3-pointers made. Next game we're going to look at is Sacramento versus Philadelphia. We're looking at Russell Westbrook, 5.5 assists. As you can see, he's went over that in 6 out of his last 10, but in his last 4, he has not went over that at all. So that's 4-game streak where he hasn't went over 5.5 assists. Look over here, Pinnacle, the book that we're basing our, in this instance, we're basing our EV value off of. Tells us right here, and I'm using PROPS.CASH to get this information. Minus 122, we see a minus 102 over here on DraftKings. That's a huge discount. Looks like a nice bet, and you know, it's something that I'm looking at tonight. Russell Westbrook, his EV play over here on DraftKings on the over, minus 102. Next game I'm looking at is going to be the Miami versus Chicago game, and a lot of these teams are on back-to-backs, which is, you know, which works out pretty good. No real advantage, and you know, a team should have, you know, just been sitting around for 2 or 3 days. So a lot of these teams are on a back-to-back. We're gonna look at Bam, and we're gonna look at Bam's 3-pointers made. The prop is 1.5 3-pointers made. Over here at Pinnacle, minus 131 to go over 1.5. As you can see, in his last 10, 8 out of his last 10, well, 7 out of his last 10, he's went over 1.5 3-pointers made. He's shooting a lot more. We have some nice positive EV plays over here. DraftKings minus 111, Bovada minus 110. Bovada is one of the books that I use. I would definitely take a look at that. And Fanatics minus 110. Pinnacle's basically telling us, hey, we like this to go over. We like this to go over. So we're gonna take you know, if you're gonna go out there and place bets on Bam tonight's 3-pointers made, definitely look at these 3 books where you can get the best numbers, where you have some EV value here. Let's go over here to the Houston versus Atlanta game. I think both teams are coming off a back-to-back. Houston was at home last night. They're on the road tonight against Atlanta. Let's look at Kevin Durant. We're going to look at his rebound prop of 5.5. Average over, minus 125. Average under, minus 106. As we can see here, Pinnacle has him at, this line is at 6.5. Everybody's moved it up to 6.5. So let's look at the 6.5. Let's change the line here to 6.5. 6.5. He's went over in 5 out of his last 10. He only had 2 rebounds last night. If you didn't watch that game last night, San Antonio put on a defensive show, and nobody from Houston did too much in the 4th quarter. But I digress, and I come back to what I was talking about. We see a positive EV play over here on Bovada, 6.5 plus 135. Bovada is one of the books I use. I will take a look at this. Pinnacle has it plus 115, which is a dog also, but you're still getting a steal over here if you take it on Bovada at plus 135. 2 rebounds yesterday. He knows that. He went and looked at all his stats. He know he has to get more than 2, even though this is a back-to-back and he's 35, 36 years, 37 years old. Expect this number to go up to more around his average, So definitely a play. I think it's a small play. I don't think it's a big play over here, but definitely a play over here on Bovada at plus 135. Going to the Charlotte versus Dallas. Both teams on a back-to-back. Najee Marshall, we're looking at his points. 17.5 is the spread. He's went over in 7 out of his last 10. Let's look over here. Pinnacle has it at minus 113 to go over, and we have a nice little EV play right here. Plus 110 to go over. I think this is like the sweet spot of EV. This right here is minus 113 to go over. Nice, decent little favorite to go over. And here, plus 110 to go over. We definitely take the plus 110 if we're gonna, bet in this scenario. Do your own research, see if you like it. Dig deeper into how he plays on back-to-backs. For example, we can look here. Let's see, 0 days off. We click on 0 days off. Mr. Marshall only goes over 17.5 4 times in his last 10. So you have to take that in consideration. 38% for the season. He's only went over with 0 days rest. Take it in consideration. You got to dig deep. You got to figure it out. Every EV play isn't a great EV play. But, the number, this is a nice little play right here, over on ProfitX. So take the information, use it, study it, find more. Let's look at the Brooklyn versus Phoenix game. Peyton Watson, 1.5 3-pointers made. Average odds, over minus 106, under minus 125. Over here, Pinnacle got him at minus 124. Got 2 nice positive EV plays over here. FanDuel's one is okay, but the Bet Rivers one is, even money to take this guy to hit over 1.5 3-pointers made. Over time, if you make this pick, you're going to be a profitable sports bettor, which means you're going to be able to build a bankroll and win money at sports betting. So those are 2 EV plays over here. FanDuel, Bet Rivers, over 1.5. 3-pointers made for Peyton Watson. Detroit versus Phoenix. Dylan Brooks. Prop is 2.5 3-pointers made. Pinnacle has it at plus 101 to go over, minus 134 to go under. But you got a lot of EV plays based on that line, based on that plus 101 to go over. You can see the score, Fanatics, Caesars, DraftKings, FanDuel, BetOnline.OG. You can get that line 120 and up. I'm not the most confident in this line, but it's positive EV. I see nothing wrong with a small play on, especially at the BetOnline.OG if you have that, or FanDuel plus 122. Small bet cannot hurt in this situation. It's an EV bet. Making these bets over time will make you profitable. Let's look at OKC versus Minnesota. We're going to look at Nas Reed's rebounds. The prop is 6.5. Average over plus 104. Average under minus 138. Let's go down here to Pinnacle. Got him at minus 141 to go under. Pinnacle really thinks he's going under. And we get a sweet EV line over at Fanatics. I wish I had Fanatics. Plus 115 for the under. That's pretty good. Huge discount on the price. And making bets like that, you will profit over time. That's all we have for today. See you on the next video.